For years I've chased the perfect shot, that image that captured the raw power and beauty of the natural world. I've climbed mountains, traversed rivers and lost myself in ancient forests and in pursuit of those moments, and for a long time I thought I had found the one lens for this journey, until now. This is the beast, the Sigma 14mm f1.8 Art, and believe me, I've had some incredible times with it. But after spending time with its rival, the Sony 14mm f1.8 GM, well, my perspective changed. Everyone, welcome back to the channel. For over a decade now, I've been a nature photographer, constantly pushing the limits of what's possible both for my skills and my year. I've had the opportunity to work with some amazing lenses over the years, but today's comparison is a bit special. Today we are taking a deep dive into two ultra-wide giants, the Sigma 14's f1.8 Art and the Sony 14mm f1.8 GM. I've spent countless hours in the field with the Sigma, and it's a lens I know intimately. It's helped me capture some of my favorite images, but recently I've had the chance to shoot with the Sony, and it's completely refined my expectation. I've been honest here, I started this comparison thinking it would be a tough battle. I really thought the Sigma could hold its own against the Sony, and that I would have to choose one over the other, but in the end, this wasn't the case, and that's what we'll be talking about today. Before we dive in, I want to give a big thanks to today's sponsor, Audio. As a nature photographer, music is an incredibly important part of my creative process, whether I'm out in the field or editing back at home. And when it comes to music for my video content, Audio has got me covered. With a huge library of high-quality, royalty-free music and sound effects for me to choose from, Audio offers unlimited access, so I can find the perfect soundtrack for my creative projects without breaking the bank. And that's what I use in all my videos. Click the link in the description to sign up with Audio and to get a great discount. And now, back to the lens comparison. My first test was with these three. The Sigma has always been reliable here. It captures the scale, the drama, but when I compare it to the Sony, wow! Look at the difference in detail here, particularly in the texture of the bark tree. The Sony is just sharper edge to edge, and that's something I thought I wouldn't see in a 14mm. The Sigma is very good, don't get me wrong, but the Sony is better. Have a look at this photo shot at f1.8 in the center. The Sony is more crisp, even in corners. The Sigma is good in the middle, but not so good in the corners. When you close down to f8, which most people use, the Sigma gets much better everywhere, but the Sony is still the better lens. That experience of seeing that level of detail with the Sony in the trees was the moment I knew I had to reassess my whole approach to shooting with the 14mm lenses. The value here isn't just the photo, but the way the Sony allows me to see a place in a new, fully way. Next, I took both lenses down by the water, capturing the reflection, the movement, the light shimmering across the surface. This is where autofocus performance becomes key. And here's the first surprise. When using the Sony Alpha 7R Mark II, both lenses had trouble focusing. They worked fine with things far away, but struggled with closer subjects. Switching from AFC to AFS mode helped a bit with both lenses, but things were completely different with the Sony Alpha 1. With this camera, the autofocus worked perfectly in all situations, showing that the camera really makes a difference. But nothing changing in terms of image quality, where the Sony wins again, as you have seen before. While filming, the Sony's smooth handling made taking shots more enjoyable and natural. That's what makes it special. The lens feels part of your eyes, with nothing getting in your way. Its lightweight was also a big help in tricky situations, like when I had to take photos near water. Moving into the woods, I wanted to test the lens's ability to handle challenging lights and intricate detail. This is where the build quality starts to matter. The Sony's build is remarkably solid. You can really feel its quality when you hold it. The Sigma is sturdy too, but the Sony just feels more reliable. This really matters when you are working in tough conditions like today. Beyond that, as you can see, the Sony captures colors and texture more accurately and keeps straight lines straighter too. This was noticeable in video mode as well. Plus, the Sony special lens conti worked better, handling bright light with less flare and keeping the image cleaner in tricky lighting. Another advantage is how the Sony handles dark corners. It shows much less vignetting than the Sigma, meaning the edges of your photo stay brighter and more natural looking. The value in a lens is more than just image quality. It's how it feels, its reliability in the field, and the security that you won't miss the shot. The Sony wins here with flying colors and pin-sharp details. After all this, after years of shooting with the Sigma, I have to admit the Sony 14mm f1.8 GM is an absolute game changer for me. It's sharper, lighter, its build quality is superior, and its video performance is simply on another level. Testing both lenses on the Alpha 1, they both show excellent autofocus performance, quick and precise in most situations. One important consideration for landscape photographers is that both lenses require dedicated filters holder due to their bulbous front elements. This means an extra investment if you want to use filters, which is quite common for landscape work. It's not that the Sigma is a bad lens, because it isn't. I've made some incredible shots with it, and I'm sure I'll continue using it, but when it comes to having a real tool for pushing my creativity, I'll be reaching for the Sony. It's more than just a lens, it's a tool that unlocks a new level of creativity, allowing you to express yourself with more freedom and precision. The Sony 14mm f1.8 GM isn't just an upgrade, it's an evolution. So, there you have it. The Sony 14mm f1.8 GM is, in my opinion, the king of ultra-wide lenses for nature photography. It was a tough journey because the Sigma is great, but the results simply speak for themselves. Now, if you wanted to hear my full review about the Sigma 14mm f1.8 Art, I've got a dedicated video right here. And make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below about which lens you prefer, or if you have any other lens in mind that you want to see me review next. Don't forget to check audio link as well. Thanks for watching. Bye!